live trading webinar by Precise Trader.
Okay, hello everyone. I'll welcome you back again into this live trading with the Precise Trader. Okay, and do take note of the risk disclosure. Okay, this is trading in Forex is risky. The past results is not indicative of the future performance, and the workshop is mainly for education purpose, and make sure that the information you're using is at your own risk. Okay, now looking at this, in fact, today is a special day because non-farm payroll is out in another 1.5 hours. And in fact, the market is not responding to these data because, see, it's a bit surprising, because what is happening now is the market is totally ignoring the data and is going on its own track. So one of the main reason is because I think all the governments are pumping in money. In fact, even yesterday, the ECB pumped in about 600 billion into the financial markets. So they are artificially supporting the market, and that is one of the reasons why we are finding it very difficult to trade and very difficult to read the market and analyze the market. But anyway, I think we still have to carry on with it, and we still have to go with it because this is going to be our living. We have to trade for our living, so we got to take the necessary precautions. Okay, 8:30, the non-farm payrolls is out. The expected data is last month. In fact, the data came out to be about 20 million job losses. And this month, they're expecting about 8 million job losses. So anything better than that, the market may respond, or worse than that also may respond. But honestly speaking, if you ask me which way, the direction of the market is heading, that I will not be able to see. But the only thing is we have to read the market and go along with the flow because it's so difficult. Okay, then we have also the U.S. unemployment rate. Okay, this total, the last month was 14.7%. And this month, the forecast they're expecting is about 19.7%. And we have a Canadian employment change, that is, they are looking at minus 500K. And we also have a IVPMI from the Canada. So overall is, in fact, the dollar weakness has started beginning of the week, which we were anticipating it, but the only thing was, we were expecting a drop or pullback, before the move happens. But unfortunately, the market didn't give us a opportunity to enter the trade. Okay, then looking at the trend map. Okay, let me go into the trend map. Based on this, in fact, if you look at euro, okay, again across the board, okay, except for rupees, all the currencies are strong against the dollar. Euro, pound. In fact, the dollar yen, the dollar yen is the only currency is going with the dollar. That means basically what is happening is the dollar. In fact, the weakest currency is dollar yen. The dollar yen is the weakest currency. So then the rest all are strength against the dollar. In fact, the weekly, the monthly, and even on the daily. Okay, the New Zealand dollar is strong today. Pound is strong, so yen is weaker against the dollar. So probably New Zealand yen and pound yen might be a good bet. But again, coming to end of the week, and also we are waiting for the data out, so we wouldn't know how is the data and how is the market going to respond. So, but we have to take the necessary action. So let's look at New Zealand dollar. Let's look at the pound, and let's look at New Zealand yen, dollar yen, New Zealand yen, and pound yen. Okay, these are the viable trade setup, potential trade that looks like quite promising. Okay, let me go to the chart. Then we'll see how is the price action. Then from there we will decide how do we want to take a trade. Okay, let me make it bigger. Okay, looking at New Zealand dollar. Okay, in fact, New Zealand dollar is here. So you look at overall, if we look at it on the monthly, okay, in fact, this market looks like, it may have bottomed on the monthly, but it's still not confirmed yet. But whatever is it, we to this week, I mean, this week closing is very important or very critical. So if it closes above this level, then there is a very high likely chance that the market may push towards 67 half or even 69. But on the other hand, if let's say today's data is not supportive to the dollar weakness, if it closes lower, then probably the correction may have started earlier than expected. So looking at the price action, okay, what we believe is, okay, this is due for a correction. Okay, due for a correction, and we believe that the upside is limited. So two way we can play this across. One is, if you are going to go for a buy, okay, we have to be very cautious. If you are going to go for a sell, then it's not given us a confirmation of a sell or reversal. So we may sell at higher, or we have to wait, for today's closing. Then we may decide to see how do we want to, where do we want to sell. Okay, let's see how far the price can go. Let's do a projection. Okay, what we feel is, okay, the market may stop or may hit its resistance. That means may stop here or somewhere here, which is about 66 half. That means between 65.50 to 66.50. Okay, then the market may turn for a correction. So when you say correction, means, like then is you may expect a pullback. Then again the next phase will start. So overall is, okay, if we are going to buy, then we have to be very cautious, or try to get it cheaper. On the other hand, if we are going to go for a sell, then we may want to sell slightly higher. Okay, these are the this is what our game plan is, and this is how we plan to trade this. Okay, see, we have a resistance at 65.60, so we can sell somewhere near here or even slightly higher, 66.40. Okay, that would be one option. Then if you're looking to buy, then we can buy near 64.40 or 64.10. Okay, these are the buying levels. Okay, then this is where, okay, then if you're buying, then probably we want to put our stop below 63, 65 and higher than that. Okay, let's see what is the system is saying. Okay, looking at this, okay, what the system is saying is, okay, we are selling level is about 65.60. Okay, this is where the selling level is. Okay, buying level is about 64.40 to 64.25, and if you are really because of the news, we got to put a bit further, so the next selling level is above 65.60 is 66.20. Okay, 66.20. This is where our selling levels. So I think the chart and the system, coincides. Okay, now let's see how we can, where is the stop, okay, before we initiate the trade. Okay, looking at this, okay, our stop, if we are buying near 64.40, then our stop has to be at 63.70 or 63.60. So this is where our stop. Okay, then our exit is before 65.60. So in fact, today's high is about 65.10. So based on this, okay, we can generate a trade setup. Okay, this is going to be a news trading because we are going to fight for the news. Okay, this is New Zealand dollar. Okay, this maximum low, okay, we are expecting is about 63.80. So we are looking to buy one lot about 64.40. Okay, the stop is about 63.75. So that is going to be about 65 pips. Okay, and the exit would be 65.10. Okay, because the reason why we can exit at 65.10 or 65.50. Okay, anywhere between these two levels, because the reason being is because the registered high is 65.18. So if the market caught in a range, then chances are, we can exit with a comfortable level. So here expiry is, okay, I want to exit once the data is out, because this is news trading. So 8:30 is the data is out. So chances are, we want to enter, give about 10-15 minutes, the most is about half an hour, then we want to exit or cancel this trade. So on the other hand, we can go for a news. Okay, this is, okay, we want to sell at 65.50 or 55. So sorry, the maximum high we are looking at is 66.10. Okay, so this is we are planning to sell at 65.50. Okay, our stop is 66.15. And our exit, we can exit at, I mean, if the data is supportive, then probably we may get 64.80. Okay, this is again about 60 to 70 pips. The risk reward ratio is about 1:1. And this is again, we want to sell at, this is purely news trading. Then we want to exit at 11. But of course, if you see higher, if you want to do it much longer time, then probably we can sell near 66 figure, 66 figure. Then that would be another trade, but that one can be until end of the day. Now, the next trade we are looking at is pound. Okay, pound. Okay, looking at the price action, okay, we feel this is still, not done yet, but still, we has got a tendency to go up another 100 pips, 100 to 150 pips high. So again, this depends on the data. If the data is good and supportive to the dollar weakness, then we expect the price to shoot up. Okay, let me. The target we are looking at is about 127.70 to 128. 128. Let me see. Yeah, about 128 level. That's the level we are looking at. But again, this is looking at the chart pattern. Okay, what we feel is, the upside is going to be limited. So that means, we may get one spike up, then hit the resistance, then the market may turn, or it may turn from here. Okay, that we wouldn't know. But overall is what we feel is we may see one spike up. Okay, but the turn may happen today or it may happen next week. But overall is, is due for a correction, and it is due for a pullback. So let's see where is our, based on our projection, we'll see how we can okay, we are looking at around 127 66, 127.70. Okay, these are the target. This is the target level, and on the downside, is supported at 125.10 and 125.80. Okay, we also have a support. Okay, let me see anything in between. About 125.40. So we are looking at support at 125.80, 125.40, 125 level. Okay, these are the three levels. On the top side is target. We are looking at 127.70 and 127.40. Okay, so this is the target and the downside limited. Okay, let me see, verify this again with the system. Okay, so here again 127.45. Okay, 127.45 and 127.75 are the resistance. Okay, which is a good level of target. Okay, on the downside support we are looking at 125.50 to 125.30, and also I think the chart was saying around 125.40 and 125 figure. So I think that is also quite reliable. So now we got to enter. We got to decide on the entry. So we'll try to enter at 125.50, then put below this, and we try to exit before the target level. And in fact, today's high is 126.90. So probably we can exit at 126.80, around that level. Yeah. So now again, looking at this, this is also a news trading call, and we want to enter at 125. Sorry, this is a low. Okay, for buy. So buy, we are looking at below 125. Okay, so this is, we are going to go for a limit buy, and our entry is 125.50, and our stop is 124.90, and we want to exit at below the high. We can exit anywhere about 126.20 to 126.40. So we can exit. This will be about 80 to 90 pips. Again, this is expiry is 9 o'clock. Okay, so then the next call is, we want to do okay, this is we are expecting the maximum high to be around 12815, or okay, Just let me double check. Sorry, 127.85. 775 was the thing, so probably about 85. So here again we want to go for a limit sell. So this is, we want to sell at 127.45, 127.90, and we want to exit this before the support, near-term support, which is 126.40. So probably we want to exit at 126.70. Yeah. So this is, see what we are trying to do is, I hope you understand and think about what we are trying to do. See, we are trying to project the maximum high and maximum low. So we are trying to enter the trade in between, and we are trying to take our profit, before the high and low. So this would be one of the the, the comfortable trade setup, and chances are we won't be losing money. The only problem will happen sometimes, if the spike is worse than expected or is more than expected, so then that's where we get stopped out, and that's where we lose money. But on the other hand, okay, when we do this kind of things, there's another drawback I would say is, if let's say the market, see when we do a news trading, okay, if we get an opportunity, we can grab it, and of course we make money. But on the other hand, the market may not respond. Okay, the market may not respond to our anticipation. If the market, I mean, if the data came out to be same as expected, or somewhere, the market is expecting, then you may not be expecting the spike to happen, and then the market will flow smoothly. Then we have to reassess and probably then re-enter again. So that might be the next process and the next phase overall. Yeah. So this is what I feel. The next one, maybe we can look at New Zealand yen. Okay, New Zealand yen. Let's see one more call on the New Zealand yen and see how does this thing responds. Okay, the New Zealand yen. Okay, it looks also for me, looking at the pattern, it looks is due for a pullback, due for a correction. So the correction and the resistance is, it may get top out here, or before 71.80 to 72.60. So it is due. So again, the correction can happen today, or it can happen next week. But overall is, we got to get ourselves prepared, and try not to buy and hold this cross, because it is I can't see any level 71.20. 71.80, 71.50, 71.80, so there is some congestion. Of course, maximum is this level. Okay, let me see whether the Fibonacci gives us any other projections nearby. Yeah, about 73.20. That's the max it can go. So we are looking somewhere 71.80 to 72.60 to top out. If not, maximum is 73.20 for sure. We may see a correction to happen. Okay, now let's see on the pullback. Okay, the pullback is about 70.20 to 69.5. Okay, this is where we feel that that's the entry level. Okay, about 70.50 70.50 to 70.20. Maximum is 69.80. Okay. Let's see what does the system says. Okay. So the system is also saying about 71.75. Okay, 71.70. There is resistance 71.70 to 71.80. Can you see? 71.80. Then the next resistance is 72.15. Okay, and of course the next one is 72.65, which is also we saw between 71.70. That means the market may top out somewhere between 71.70 to 72.65. So we wouldn't know where it's going to. Maybe it can top up at 71.70 or 72.60, but we have to wait for the market to give us the clue. And on the downside, okay, we have a support at 70.35 and 70.20. Okay, these are the support level. So, and we have a minor support at 70.55. So if you are a buyer, then we go for a buy near this level. If you are a seller, then we got to sell about this level. Yeah. So based on this, we can go for a, this is also again a news call. Okay, we are planning to buy near 70, 70.30. Just now was, hold on, double check. Yeah, about 70.30. So the maximum we are looking at is 70, you know, if you are a buyer. So we look for a buy. Okay, we want to buy at 70.30 and our stop is 69.90. Then we want to exit at 71 before the registered high today is 71.29. So anywhere before we want to exit, because the reason being, you know, we want to do this kind of trade because it's end of the day, end of the week, you know, this last trading day of the week. So we got to be very careful, and we do not want to hold this trade over the weekend. Yeah. So then again, we want to go for a sell. We want to sell. We look at 72.25. We assume that 71.70 might hold, because remember there are two levels. One is 71.70 and the next level, sorry, 71.80 and the next level was 72.60. So we go for a limit sell and 71.70, and we go put our stop at 72.30, and we want to exit at 71. That means before the next support. So this is again, if the market really spiked up, okay, chances are we may get stopped out on this trade, but we can re-enter above 72.60. Remember, you know, the maximum high, you know, this entire move can happen is between 73.20 and 72.65, 70 level. So that's the maximum high we are looking at. So the market should turn. Okay, should turn. Okay, the probability I would say between about 80 to 20. You know, so around that level. So that would be worth considering, and it may do. I mean, if we get a chance, if we get an opportunity, then you know it's worth pulling the trigger and worth taking this trade. So we always look for a high probability trade setup, because sometimes see when the market is not giving us a clear direction or clear indication, see we are bound to get stopped out. Okay, that is part of the game. Okay, make sure that okay you are doing, okay, we take the risk reward control and all times, and stay calm. Sometimes being stopped out is quite normal, and the only thing is uh, overall, end of the week or end of the month, you shouldn't be losing money. So as long as you keep moving, progressing with the risk control and everything, and you have a proper analyzing method with a proper strategy, then everything should be flowing in the long run. Sometimes, see, every day is not a Sunday, so I hope you understand what I'm trying to tell you. So sometimes don't get disheartened if we get stopped out. We can always stay in the game, and we can always, because this is we are going to trade for a living, so we got to have that kind of mindset, and we have to have that kind of mentality. Okay, so any questions or any markets you all want to discuss? So then, okay, if it's trade stopped out, yeah, it's thing difficult to manage. Yeah, not to worry. See, in fact, see, next week onwards, see, what I'm planning to do is, okay, I'm planning to, because see, what has happened is, see, this week, okay, I'll tell you the whole scenario. This week, we had a market outlook, and our market outlook worked exactly, as we predicted. But the only thing is we didn't get an entry. So next week onwards, what we are planning to do is we are planning to do a stop buy, stop sell entry. So I know that is a bit risky entry, but if we are planning to hold the trade, then definitely it would be rewardable. And even if one trade we took, okay, like for instance, if I'm not mistaken, I think we expected the pound to hit around 126.40, okay, which is right now is already happened. So this one we projected this. In fact, you see, this is where we projected, and what we were expecting was around this time. Okay, let me share the screen. See, we did the analysis. We were expecting, see, because see here it was caught in a range. So the only thing we were expecting was we were expecting a pullback to happen. Then we wanted to buy for this move. So we were a bit hesitant to take on this. So of course, if we would have taken a one entry or half lot, just a stop buy entry somewhere here, and we would have capitalized on this entire move. So next week, I'm planning to give this kind of trade. So we should be able to be on the trade most of the time. Okay. On the other hand, to your question, if we get stopped out, okay, if we get stopped out, okay, what we would do is we would also plan to do a re-entry. So the re-entry can be better entries. Sometimes it can be a better entry, but sometimes it can be a worse entry. So that is we have to play the game. We have to look at the market. We have to analyze and look at the conditions. Then we will know what we mean by that. Okay. Any other questions or any other markets you all want to discuss? Because the data will be out in another 40-45 minutes. Okay, the data, if the data is supportive to the dollar weakness, then or dollar weakness, then our trade may get triggered. But on the other hand, the data is not surprising, then it may caught in a range, then it may close around this level. So only these two things will happen. But let's get ourselves prepared for the data, and let's try to stay with the trade. Okay, the pound yen. Okay, pound yen looks. In fact, I think it was a very big move for the whole week. See, overall is okay. Pound yen. It was trading at 132, and right now it's about 138. It was about 4% move. So what we feel about pound yen is, okay, overall is, okay, let me, okay, it's in a similar situation. So it is due for a correction or pullback. So the market may turn here, here, or here. So anywhere, around this level. So of course, to give you exact projection, okay, what we feel is the market may top out anywhere, about 39.80 to 40.30. I mean, that is for today, we are looking at today. So that means we are looking at another 180 to 200 pips, another 181.8% to 2% move. Okay, so that is the target we are expecting. So uh, let me check with the system. Okay, then see, at least you can have a comfortable target. It is already broke all our resistance and support levels. Okay, see the system, the maximum the system is giving about 139.95. So after this, I got to do another projection. Okay, let me see whether I can get it on the daily. Okay, so if you look at on the daily, okay, so we have resistance at 39, 30 level, 20 level, 30 level, and we have resistance about 40, 80, 40, 80, 40, 70 level. So what we feel is the market may turn at that level. Okay, of course, okay, there is a very high chance we may see one more spike up. Okay, we may see one more spike up, and the market may turn around that level. So if you are to trade this currency, what I would suggest is, we go on a cautious buy on dips. So that means, we try to buy and try to exit. Is it updated? Yeah. So right now, the market is trading at 38.20. So what I would want to buy is I would like to buy near 37.70 or 37 half. Okay, of course, if we are lucky, then we can buy at 37.05. Okay, but we got to exit before 39.30 or 39 level. So we got to exit before this level for today. So of course, if you are holding it over the weekend, then we can hold it for a slightly higher target. But whatever is it, okay, what we feel is the upside is going to be limited. Okay, so if you're already long, if you're holding positions at a buy, try to lock in your profit. If you are going for a first time entry, then we try to buy on dips and try to exit before the level. And on the other hand, if you feel that if you're not comfortable on buying, then you can wait for the target to reach, which is 139.30 to 140. Okay, so any one of these three possibilities is possible. What is stopped out trade? Okay, basically, what do you mean by stopped out? That means, okay, you put see, always see, we take in a trade, we never enter a trade without a entry stop loss. Okay, even the exit, sometimes we may put in or we may not put in, but the stop loss must be there. So what do we mean by stopped out? Okay, like for instance, so if let's assume, okay, let's assume I'm going to buy this trade. Okay, I want to buy at 37.30, or maybe even now market I want to enter. Okay, I just say I want to enter. So a stopped out trade means, okay, that is the risk you are putting in for that particular trade. That means that's the risk you are afford to lose for that particular trade. That is a risk management. So if let's assume you go and buy at this level and you put a stop at 137.20. So that means if you put in a trade at this level and you put a stop here, then when the price comes down lower, then you would be out of the market, and that's the amount of money you lose on that trade. So basically, when a stop out trade means that is the amount you lost, or that's the amount you are prepared to lose the trade. Okay. Any other questions or any other markets you want to discuss? Okay. So if you have no other questions, okay. Okay, all I can tell you is we have keyed in a lot of trades, in fact, even on based on the non-farm payroll. Okay, what I would suggest is, I want you all to stay and just monitor the trade and see. I mean, if you are lucky, then you may get a good entry point with a good profit. But on the other hand, see, news trading is all, you need to have a percentage of luck, unlike other trades like scalping, day, swing, and momentum. News trading, you need to have a bit of luck and a percentage of luck, because sometimes even you put in the trade, the price may reach and you may not get filled. There will be a lot of issues, especially in news, because this is like a roller coaster, so you got to be prepared, and you got to be, and then you know the results, within the next half an hour, 1 hour. That's the beauty of it. Yeah. So I think with that, I think I conclude the session. Okay, once again, thank you for coming, and looking forward to see you again next Wednesday. Okay, and please stay safe and have a great weekend. Okay, thank you, and looking forward to see you again. Thanks. Bye.
Please click to subscribe below. Thank you and see you soon.